Hi guys, I'm Lachlan Gurdon from Yahoo Lifestyle. Today we're going to go live with the wonderful Selin from Married at First Sight. She's going to be answering any questions you have about her experience on the show, what life is like post-show, any burning questions you want to know about behind the scenes, any of the other brides. But yeah, so we're getting ready to be joined with Selin. She'll be joining us very shortly. But if you have any questions for Selin, just leave them in the comments below. She'll be joining us soon. But yeah, I guess just starting it off, what was your favorite Selin or Married at First Sight moment? Leave a comment below so we can just discuss, keep things moving before she joins us this morning. But yeah, we're going to be chatting with Selin Mengu from Married at First Sight. She was on this season, partnered with Anthony. I'm sure you've all got a bunch of questions to ask. She hasn't done too many interviews, so I'm excited to see what she has to say. It's been, I think, about 2 months now since the show started, so a lot has happened. A lot of drama has gone down, so we'll try and get Selin's opinion on all of that. But yeah, we're just waiting for her to join now, and then we will get started with a fun Q&A with Selin, talking all things MAFS, all things reality TV, any question in the comments, and she will get to you very soon. I believe she's just joining now. Hi, Selin.
Hi, how are you?
Great, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good.
It's so great to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to chat.
Same. Can't wait.
We have questions open to anyone if you want to send a question box or write in the comments, and Selin will get to them soon. So I'm very excited about that. But just to kick it off, how are you kind of feeling now that MAFS is over?
Sorry, I think that was lagging a bit. Am I okay? I'm not lagging?
Yeah, we're good. We're good now. We're good now.
Awesome.
How are you sort of feeling now that MAFS is over? We're 2 months after everything now.
Yeah, I mean, good. I mean, obviously, we all became a little bit of a tight family at the time, but it's really good. I mean, I'm meeting a lot of people off the back of it, so that's great. I love that people approach you in public and people are so nice and sweet. And it's just funny kind of getting their perspective on what they thought of the show. So there's a lot of gray areas that people are like, what happened here? What happened there? This didn't make sense. So it's kind of just like cool just seeing what the audience kind of really think as opposed to what we feel they think. So it's kind of
Yeah.
nice to hear it from them.
Yeah. What was that like watching it on TV as well? Like, what was your expectations and those feelings watching it?
To be honest, I was so confident. Coming out of the show, I was like, yep, it's going to be painted in the way it was filmed, basically. But I totally understand the show is edited. People, find it funny using that word editing, but it is. People know it's in our contracts, it's edited. But it's kind of like, obviously it's going to be edited because we film so much and then they have to obviously narrow it down. But it's kind of like the frustrating part is not seeing the content. So not seeing the context behind it. So, obviously there's a fight that goes on, you might not get the full story. So it's kind of like, in my view, I was a little bit disappointed because I was like so confident coming out that I'll be painted in the way that I actually am. And it was, to be honest, the polar opposite. And I thought, gosh, I've just stuck up for myself. That's all I've done here. And here I am looking like a man basher. But toward the end, I got good feedback and people wish I stayed on the show. So overall, it was great. It was fine. Whatever.
Yeah. What was the biggest surprise, I guess, watching that where you're like, why was that not a thing?
I think it's definitely just the context. So like, for example, someone's yelling at you or arguing with you and you retaliate. They just show that part where you say something back. They don't show what happened leading up to it. So obviously, if someone's going to push your buttons, at some point as a human being, you may get ticked off. Like, it was during COVID, so we weren't able to see anyone else. We weren't even allowed to go down to the lobby and pick up our Uber Eats. So you were really confined to that person and obviously the rest of the cast. So it was kind of like, yeah, obviously you could get frustrated, which is very normal, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. What was that fan response like as well particularly when you were on the show still, everything was going down when you and Anthony? How was that online?
I think at the beginning I did get a bit of hate because they did kind of use it as, I called him a princess and I didn't let him be vulnerable, which wasn't the case. I think from my perspective, it was more so that there was a scenario where, I've openly spoken to Anthony about this. Like there's a scenario where we had to ask each other if we liked each other. So I asked him, do you like me? He said, yes. And then he asked me, and I said, look, it's day 3. I'm unsure at this stage, but you know, it's only the beginning. So let's kind of see how it goes. And he kind of got hurt about that, which was where he was showing his vulnerable side. That's what he was saying. So to me, it wasn't bad. What I said, I even justified myself. But yeah, I think it's just, again, it's just what they want to show, and what they can show. Because we filmed for like 7 days on our honeymoon, and they showed 2 minutes of it. Like, that's a lot of content that you do not see. So, you know, I'm not here and say I regret anything that I've said and done, but it's a lot of context wasn't shown. So people, you know, viewers know, the ones that I speak to, they know that, you know, they've got to use their heads a little. Like, yes, the show's edited. Yes, we need this full picture. Yes, she may not be this crazy. But yeah, it is what it is. Oh, well.
Yeah. I think personally, one of my favorite parts of the show was when you came back for like the reunion, when you came back for like the dinner party, like the quotes that you were saying, you were so savage. It was great TV. Like, I feel like that was probably more of yourself, I guess. Was that more authentic?
Yeah. Oh gosh, everyone loved that. But you know, at the girls' night, how I was carrying on, that wasn't the whole night. It looked like it was the whole night. It was just different angles of the same thing. But yeah, it was so funny seeing the commentary, and you know, the fact that I was like, see ya, and like just certain digs I had at people. But it was fun. Like, it's really fun to kind of see how the audience take different parts of the show. Because we know what happened in full, but they don't. But it's just funny to see it. And I thought it was really funny. I was laughing with them. Good and bad, I was laughing.
I mean, she wants a piece of Mitch. That was iconic.
Oh yeah. In that moment, I was like, gosh, like there's so, like, why would you bring that up? That's, in my view, I was like, why would you bring it up if you don't want a piece of him, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of what I felt, and I said it. And you know, obviously we eat and drink, but we drink more than we eat. So, you know, you kind of just say, I'm not blaming it on alcohol. Gosh, I'm all what I say, but it's just kind of like, you don't care. Like, it goes on for hours and hours and hours, and you just kind of want to have a little jab at someone to keep it interesting.
Yeah. What's your current relationship like with Tamara now? Like, obviously you had some words at the girls' night and there was some tensions at the reunion and all of that, but where do you guys stand now?
Look, Tamara and I, during the show, I mean, again, you don't actually see a lot of each other. Like, I can't just call her and say, let's catch up. It's all, you know, at the dinner parties, commitment ceremonies. So when we had our moments, it was in that, you know, setting. But right now we're managed by the same manager. And I think we're both adults. I think we, you know, we can say, hi, how are you? And share like a little bit. I wouldn't say we're the best of friends, but we do chat. I mean, of course we do. We're, like I said, adults. I think we can all get over it. We can all kind of put that past us as an experience. Everyone's had highs and lows through the experiment. And I think it's just about, being grown up. Yeah. So I think we're okay. I mean, you could ask her, but I'm pretty sure, we're not besties, but we're on, you know, civil terms.
Yeah. Are there any weird vibes between yourself and any of the contestants, or what's those relationships like now as well?
Look, obviously there's ones like, you know, that I'm not really close with, but ones that I talk to more regularly, but there's also ones that keep, you know, their distance because they want to maybe create a certain image or whatever it is, or they're scared about what the publics are saying about certain people, so they don't want to interact with them. This is what I'm seeing amongst everyone. But I mean, I'm just honestly sitting here and just, if someone talks to me, I'll talk to them back. Like, I'll reach out to them as well. But I think a lot of them are just still caught up on what's happened in a very intense, you know, show. Like, yes, it's reality, but you don't see the entirety of it, you know? So it's like, anyway. Yeah.
What about you and Anthony as well? What is that relationship like between you two?
Well, we live in different states, so he's in Melbourne, I'm in Sydney. But I mean, we talk. We sometimes exchange messages on Instagram. I've had, sometimes when I do a question box, I've had questions about, you know, Anthony, so I just tag him in there and he reshares. So it's kind of like, we're okay. Like, you know, he's got a partner, which I'm really happy for him for that. But like, it's, again, we're both adults. We kind of just moved past it, and it's really different. So had Anthony and I met each other without, you know, the intensity of the experiment, it could have been different. It would have been maybe not as heated. Who knows? But it's a very different environment.
Yeah, I've seen someone just ask, what was your thoughts on his wrestling? Like, did that have any impact in your relationship, or what was going through your head when you learned that that was his
Um,
occupation?
I mean, I thought it was cool. I've even recently post show watched one of his wrestling gigs here in Sydney with the boys. So I kind of crashed the boys' night. But yeah, no, it was definitely not like a bad thing or even like, oh my God, it's hot. Like I was kind of in between. I was like, yeah, that's cool if that's what he likes. Like I'm just kind of neutral. Like I know that he did bring his Speedos or whatever you call it, his little outfit on the experiment. He didn't wear it because I was like, no, I don't think I want to see that right now. To me, I don't think I was like turned on by it or anything like that. Which I know that in the comments, people are like, oh my God, that's hot and that's sexy. But I
Yeah.
mean, it was just kind of like, if I had felt an attraction to him, maybe I would have found it a bit more sexy or whatever people are thinking. But yeah, I just didn't. But I respect it. You know, he has fun and he
Yeah.
kind of goes into a different mental state when he is doing the wrestling. So it's kind of like a different from him. That's what he says.
Yeah. I guess if you could go back and do the whole experiment again, is there something that you would change? Like, do you have any regrets?
No, I don't think I have any regrets. It's just kind of like understanding that the public, I wish I kind of just knew this a bit better. The understanding the public is only seeing literally, I would say about 1% of the entire show. That to understand that people are going to always judge you. Like if I sit here and say I regretted what I did or what I said, like, you don't learn or grow from it. So I accept what I done. The context wasn't showed. However, you can't really base it on what people are going to think. So no,
Yeah.
people can't
Yeah.
use their head to understand that there's always two sides or more to a story. Then that's up to them.
Yeah. I know viewers love to kind of create their own pairings as well. Like, if you had your pick of the grooms, is there someone that you think you could have worked with or you would have liked to have been matched with?
Um, yeah, I've been asked this question a lot. I don't know. It was really hard for me to answer because everyone was kind of like matched with everyone already. But at the beginning, Brent and I got along obviously as friends, nothing like that. But
Yeah.
obviously, he's thrown around when people were like, you'd be suited with him. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't say that because people were in relationships. So I couldn't really say, oh my God, I'd want to be matched with this person or that person. But I think we just got along. We sat next to each other. We were both kind of like Westies, both wogs and just, I don't know, just
Yeah.
understood each other in that way. But yeah, as friends.
Yeah. Have you jumped back into the dating world, or what's your love life looking like now?
Oh God. Well, I have a 3-year-old, so I'm very busy with him. However,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm open to it. Obviously, I've met a few people. People come and approach. The only issue I do have to all the guys out there is please do not share your financials when you're trying to pick up a chick. Like it just doesn't work.
Oh.
I mean, it doesn't work for me.
Does that
Yeah,
happen a
I
lot to
promise
you?
you, it's like they're applying for a home loan. Like they're like, I drive a car, I earn this much money, this is what job I have, or I own
Okay,
this business.
wow.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's great, good on you, and maybe
Good for
that will
you.
be amazing for me as well later. But if you're not a good person, I don't care about all these things.
Yeah.
But it's just kind
Okay.
of like the first time someone said it to me, I was like, does this really work? And they said, yeah, it does. And they said it does. So,
Okay, wow.
so
Yeah. Okay.
But so
Just
yeah,
post-match.
I meet people, but hopefully they just won't share, the
Yeah, yeah.
financials or about
And you're
yourself.
not on, are you on dating apps or are you on Raya or anything like that?
What's that one? Raya? I've
That's
never even heard.
the like the celeb one where it's like stars
Huh.
connecting with stars. So that
Okay.
you could meet with
Go
any other
Google
like
that.
Love Island people on that or something.
Oh yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. No, I have never been on a dating app. I'm not currently on one, but I never know. I mean, if
Okay.
I'd love to be able to meet someone in the most raw way, like whenever I'm out and about, not expecting it. But in saying that, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try that too. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been into it. But yeah, never say never.
Yeah. I know in previous years they've brought back contestants for another round at Love. Would you consider doing it again?
Married at first sight? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, good question. I mean, I definitely know exactly what it takes. Being in the experiment, what's obviously going to be cut out. You might not be portrayed in a certain way. And obviously the after effects. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't be like, oh my God, yes, either.
Yeah. I'm seeing someone if you have any questions, people, just leave them in the comments below. But I've just seen someone ask, how much influence do the producers have? So do they kind of put words in your mouth, or what is that kind of experience like?
For me, I can only speak for myself. For me personally, there was a little bit of a push, and yes. So for example, I didn't want to do a certain thing, and they were like, Selin, we just need it to be done. You know, just it's not a big deal. We need it to be done, and I didn't want to do it. My values were very different to what they thought. I didn't want to do a certain thing, but in the words as well, yes. For example, I think at the beginning, I remember the first hens night. They go, oh, what do you think of Dom? And I said, oh yeah, I think she's great. Like, she's very strong-minded. And you know, she says what she wants. She seems like that kind of girl. And I like that. And they said, oh, so you think Dom's a bitch? And I said, no, that's not what I said. I said, she's strong-minded. She knows what she wants to say. Like, that's it. So it's kind of like, but they keep repeating it. So at one stage, and especially if you had been drinking, you might just say something off the back of what they're saying. But it's like, no, that's not actually what I said. I actually just said, she's strong-willed. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So it was,
Yeah.
that's a couple of examples, but there's definitely, yeah, of course they have an influence, because
Yeah.
they work.
Yeah. What advice would you give to someone either thinking of going on the show, or they might be coming up in the future? Like, what is that like?
To definitely, you know, what is in your contract is definitely what's going to happen. You know, chop, change, edit, slice, whatever, they'll do it. But I think it's just kind of like, have fun with it. Like, yes, you might sit here and say bitch and then say Selin, and then they'll put two and two together. So you got to be ready for that too. Like, and that's what can happen, you know? So yeah, I mean, I think you just kind of got to treat it, I don't know, kind of treat it like you're on Home and Away or something, to be honest.
Okay,
like, don't treat it like actual reality. Like, this is how you are. This is exactly the type of person. Like, you know, it's not like that. So I think you got to treat it like you are in a soap opera or something like that.
Would you ever go on another reality TV show? Like, is there anything interesting to you?
Yeah, I probably would. I mean, I did enjoy it. Probably, I don't know the relationship ones. Probably not on the top of my schedule. But yeah, it could happen. Never know.
Yeah. Okay. I won't keep you too much longer, but I do want to talk about merch as well. Like, we touched on this briefly at Fashion Week, but I think there needs to be But You Left merch. Is there anything in the works?
Yes, I actually got a few requests. So there is definitely, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've got a lot of people showing interest in merch, you know. But You Left when I said to Anthony, and then when I said see ya when Tomorrow walked away. So yeah, look, I love, you know, baggy t-shirts. I love to wear them to bed, or, you know, with a pair of jeans. So maybe it could be something that I'll be doing soon. You never know.
Okay. Can I ask you to say it as if I was Anthony? Like, deliver your award-winning line.
But you left. But you left. But you left.
So good. Gold
you know
Logie.
What, I did not say it consecutively like that. It was like a number of different, well, it was probably like, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. It is what it is.
Anyway, it's iconic. It's amazing.
And he did leave, but whatever.
Well, just before I let you go, I guess, what is next for you? Like, what can fans expect? Where can they follow you? All of that.
I mean, obviously I am on my Instagram. I mean, I'm going to do a lot more on my Instagram soon. So I'll have like a schedule per week. Like, on Mondays I'll do a certain thing, on Thursdays and so forth. But I think Instagram and TikTok mainly. But I think yeah, I'll be just doing a lot of reality, a lot of you know, real things that people can connect with, like motherhood. You know, when I share things about my son, people enjoy that. So I think a lot more with him. We enjoy cooking together, so a little bit of that. And yeah, people want to know everything about you, like, you know, to what color undies you're wearing. So I think people want to know everything. So I think I'll just share whatever people want. So, you know, let me know what they are, and yeah, I'll be sharing it.
I did say something about joining OnlyFans for feet pics. Is that happening? What's the go there?
I honestly, like, I would say daily, but if not, like every couple of days, I get requests for feet pics. You know, oh my God, you have beautiful feet. Why don't you put an anklet on there? Like, can I have a feet pic? I'll pay you like £1,000. Like, crazy. Like, and I'm
You
like,
should do
oh
it.
my God. So yeah, I mean, OnlyFans, I never thought of joining OnlyFans, but if I join it, you know, at the start, to begin with my feet, I mean, I don't think my feet are beautiful, but people have this foot fetish. So maybe I can start with that. We'll see. I don't know. Let's see where the interest is.
Were you barefoot a lot on the show? Like, I don't remember particularly seeing your feet.
No, it wasn't barefoot, but I think when I've posted stories as well, like when they're in shoes, but they're like, oh my God, you have nice legs and ankles. Like, can we see your feet more? And I know I don't always have them exposed or open, but the shoes, you can see a little bit of it. But I'm like, people just have foot fetishes. Like, it doesn't matter what foot is in. Like, I literally think people are just odd. But yeah, you know. But you never know.
Okay.
I mean, if that's gonna help my OnlyFans and do it in a PG version, then why not?
Yeah. Someone's just said you could auction feet pics for charity, so you never know.
I would love that. I would love that. Why not?
Stay
Help a
tuned.
good cause with my beautiful feet. Win-win.
Exactly. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Selin. It's been so great getting to chat with you.
Thank you. You too. It's good to see you again as well.
Yes, and thank you everyone for tuning in as well. Stay tuned for Selin's OnlyFans. Big things coming.
Thanks, guys. Mwah.
Amazing. Bye, Selin.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.